Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something pretty wild. How did dance in India go from this ancient sacred art form, something you'd see in temples, to a full-on viral career you can run from your phone? And all of this happened in just one generation. Okay, so let's just jump right in with this massive contrast. For literally thousands of years, dance was this sacred thing, rooted in temple rituals and folk traditions. And now, bam, it's a career where success can be defined by a 15-second video that blows up online, making you money from an audience all over the world. So you have to ask, how on earth did a 3,000-year-old tradition completely flip into a digital profession in just 30 years? It's a huge shift, and it happened fast. Well, the answer really boils down to three big things: cinema, TV, and you guessed it, the all-powerful algorithm. So let's rewind. Our story really gets going back in the 90s. This was a huge time for India. The economy was opening up, and right in the middle of all that, Bollywood did something amazing. It basically created a new dance language for the whole country, making dance something everyone wanted to do. And the secret sauce for all this? It was something called the signature step. You had legendary choreographers like Saroj Khan, and they were masters at creating these super simple, catchy moves that anyone, and I mean anyone, could copy. And that was the genius of it, right? It turned people from just watching a movie to actually getting up and doing the dance themselves. And this blueprint was just so effective. Here's how it went down. A big star does the move in a blockbuster film. That movie becomes a massive hit. And the next thing you know, that exact same dance step is everywhere, at weddings, school parties, you name it. Bollywood wasn't just making movies, it was choreographing how an entire country celebrated. Now, while all this was happening on screen, something else was building in the background. You had pioneers like Shyamak Davar creating a whole new studio culture, bringing in structured Western dance training. So dance started moving out of traditional settings and into professional studios. It wasn't just a fun hobby anymore. It was turning into a real teachable skill. Okay, so Bollywood made dance something everyone wanted to do. But the next big shift was all about making it something everyone could do. And that's where TV and the internet come in. They just blew the doors to fame wide open. And just look at how fast things sped up. In 2005, the big dream was getting on a national TV show. Fast forward to 2016 with affordable 4G, and suddenly the stage is right there in your pocket. By 2020, it's all about 15-second videos. The entire game changed in less than 2 decades. Those reality TV shows like Dance India Dance were a total game changer. I mean, they weren't just about finding talented dancers. They were selling a dream, this powerful idea that a kid from anywhere could become a huge star. And that whole rags to riches narrative, it just clicked with millions of people. And the takeover by short-form video is just staggering. I mean, 92% of users in India prefer watching Reels. This wasn't just another new app. It was a complete shift in how people consume content, and it totally rewrote the rules for choreographers and performers. So what this did was create this really interesting two-tiered creator economy. You could be a dancer in a big city, landing huge brand deals on Instagram. At the same time, someone in a smaller town could build a loyal following on a platform like Moj and make a living from virtual gifts sent by their own community. Two totally different paths to success. All right, so now we have a generation of young Indians with a global stage literally in their back pocket. What happens next? Well, they start this incredible dialogue with the rest of the world. They're not just copying international trends, they're grabbing them, remixing them, and making them completely their own. And this is really important. It wasn't simple imitation. It was more like a tale of two completely different cultural waves hitting India. You had hip hop, which was all about the street, about local struggles. It was raw and authentic. And then you had K-pop, which landed like this perfectly polished cultural product. And people loved it for its incredible precision and style. The story of Indian hip-hop is all about it finding its own authentic voice. The big tipping point was the movie Gully Boy that just blew it up into the mainstream. Since then, we've seen this explosion of talent, especially from South India. And now, get this, breaking is an Olympic sport. That gives street dance a whole new level of legitimacy on the world stage. And for a lot of these street dancers, corporate sponsorship has been everything. As B-Boy Flying Machine points out here, it's brands like Red Bull that have really stepped up. They've been way more important than traditional arts institutions when it comes to funding travel and training, and actually getting Indian talent onto the global stage. Now, K-pop's entry into India? That's a whole other story. It's fascinating. It actually started in the Northeast, but then it got this big institutional push from places like the Korean Cultural Center. And the fuel for this fire? The fans. These fan groups, like the BTS Army, are so organized and so passionate, they're practically a promotional machine in themselves.
So, after all this Bollywood, reality TV, the internet, global trends where does that leave us? Well, we're looking at a brand new dance floor in India. It's professional, and it's what some people are calling phygital, a seamless blend of the physical and the digital.
And this is a really crucial point. Dance isn't just a hobby anymore, and it's not just a ticket to Bollywood. It's become a legitimate profession in so many other ways. Think about it. It's being used in therapy to help people heal, and the online dance education market, it's absolutely booming. It's really interesting when you put India's dance scene next to a global powerhouse like South Korea's. You see two completely different ways to win. India's system is, well, you could call it organic chaos. Its strength is in its diversity, the individual hustle. South Korea, on the other hand, is all about strategy. It's a disciplined corporate system that's built like a factory to create perfect global pop stars. So, what's next? Well, the future looks like this wild mix of high tech and deep tradition. We're talking about AI choreographers that can analyze your moves, virtual reality classrooms where you can learn from the old masters, but also things like unions for digital creators. And my favorite part, a return to roots, where dancers are taking obscure folk dances and remixing them for a global TikTok audience. So that leaves us with one big question to think about. The stage for dance has already evolved so much, right? From the temple to the movie screen to the smartphone algorithm. And who knows what's next? In this new world of AI choreographers and virtual gurus, what does the next signature step for India even look like? What new dance language is that next generation going to create?